Rockville and our German sister city, Pinneberg, to dedicate our benches that commemorate 60 years of the relationship between our municipalities and our sister city organizations. It exemplifies what is at the heart of the Sister City program, as envisioned by President Dwight David Eisenhower's People-to-People initiative that began in 1956. That program was intended to foster international understanding through educational, cultural, and humanitarian activities. It inspired Mayor Dick Hosepian in 1957 to begin the process that led to Pinneberg and Rockville's close bonds today. Ties as strong as ours, the cultural bonds that have been built, take time, and I'm proud and honored to say that as one of the longest sister city relationships in history, never has the Pinneberg-Rockville relationship been deeper or stronger, and I thank you all for that. It is my hope that future Rockville mayors and Pinneberg Burgermeister will have the opportunity to come here and maybe take a moment or two to sit together on these benches. Can I say that?
Good job.
Oh, well, at the time this was written, we thought we were going to be outside. On these benches, underneath Glenview Mansion's beautiful tree canopy, and reflect on the decades of history we have shared together. And I hope that they will feel, as I do, that while we may be an ocean apart, through the Sister Cities program, we can realize that we're not so different after all. Thank you.
And now, Bürgermeisterin Ute Steinberg, Pinneberg.
Dear guests and friends from Rockville, as Mayor of the City of Pinneberg, it is a great honor to join the anniversary festivities in Rockville. I also like to give many greetings from our leader of our council, Natalina Diraka-Bönig. Together with our second leader of the City Council, Mrs. Gabriela Mattis, I welcome the Mayor of Rockville, Mrs. Bridget Newton, the President of the Rockville Sister City Corporation, Mr. Drew Powell, Council members of the City of Rockville, directors, members, and friends of the Rockville Sister City Corporation, and all other guests and friends from Rockville joining the ceremony. Just 2 months ago, we met in the city of Pinneberg. It feels like yesterday to me. I'm still empowered by all the impressions we shared. The official reception at our town city hall, the Roskilde festivities, the unleaving of the benches in the Rosengarten, as well as our trips to Lübeck and Schwerin. We spent a good time and getting to know each other. What a wonderful example of Sister City partnership, a real gain for our city. Thanks for you all. With pride and pleasure, we are looking back on 60 years of Sister City partnership with Rockville, Marion, USA. Even if we did not experience all those years personally, the stories and memories have survived and still persist. We have a conference room in the town city hall named Rockville's Zimmer, in which photos, documents, and memorabilia are displayed. Rockville plays an important role also in the discussions and in articles in our local papers. The partnership between Rockville and Pinneberg is alive and enriching for anyone joining in. Over the years, this partnership has become friendship. Friendship between countries, cities, and especially between their people. You are sitting here. Without the great number of selfless volunteers, no partnership or even friendship would have been possible. Our graduate is directed towards those whose homeland love does not mean rejection, but the opposite. Reaching the hands to one another and invite each other in their life, houses, and homes. Within the last 60 years, many changes experienced and develop together, bound the citizens of Rockville and Pinneberg even more together in friendship and partnership. Due to the incredible positive partnership experience with Rockville and our deep democratic belief, we will hold on our principle, friendship first.
Very clear.
Finally, we are here in Rockville, in our sister city. The team of the City of Rockville and the Rockville Sister City Corporation worked hard, and the outcome is an amazing program. The challenge was to combine the activities of two groups, the Pinneberg delegation and the Indian summer group, for about 60 people. Everything's arranged perfectly, even integrated transportation, leaving nobody out. We have just unveiled the benches, another strong symbol of friendship and partnership, a bond between the citizens of Rockville and Pinneberg. Let us continue this way and be open for future challenges. We love to visit your wonderful country and thank you for your friendship. All the best to the partnership between Rockville and Pinneberg, in service of the German-American friendship, in service of democracy, freedom, and peace. Thank you.
Please use the word.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was wonderful. By the way, before I introduce our next speaker, I just wanted to, I forgot to mention the fact that these are photos that you've been watching from the Rockville delegation's visit to Pinneberg, and they were donated, all of the photos were donated by the city clerk, director of council operations, Kathleen Conway, and in this Photoshop, with the exception of about the last 8 photos, and you'll see what I mean, that were taken on Monday. So anyway, with that, the president of the Deutsches Amerikanischen Gesellschaft, Rockville-Pinneberg, Bert Henrichs. Thank you.
Dear all, congratulations to our diamond anniversary. That means 60 years of partnership between the sister cities Rockville and Pinneberg. The message President Eisenhower sent to the world in 1956, only sister cities can build stable relationship to support universal peace, proved to be true. Today, more than ever. This may not yet have been fully realized, but it worked as far as Rockville and Pinneberg are concerned, regardless of any world events. Year by year, numberless voluntary members on each side were empowered and supported the people-to-people mission deliberately. I want to recognize all the members and friends of the cities Rockville and Pinneberg, including the RSCC and the Deutsche Amerikanische Gesellschaft Rockville-Pinneberg. The outcome is grandiose. Hundreds of students crossed the ocean and were hosted privately with the help of the Woodson High, Grund- und Gemeinschaftsschule and Theodor Heuss Schule and other associations. Many adults experience the same. Just think of the mutual visits with great festive program in Rockville and Pinneberg. Also, bike trips, Rockville Core Visit, Allenberg exhibition, the finest Freiwillige Feuerwehr, Klarinettenensemble, and more. The enumeration will not end. Each activity, each visit acts as a multiplier and initiates further contacts. Many contacts end up in long-lasting friendships. Even holidays are shared. This is not self-evident looking at the distance between the continents. For us, it's a great honor to participate in the anniversary festivities here in Rockville. The City of Rockville and the Rockville Sister City Corporation present a wonderful program, an attractive mixture of culture, sightseeing, official events, and private get-together, for example, at the mayor's house. To organize all this was, as I call it, a Hercules challenge. Our respect and gratitude to our contact persons, Drew Powell, Kathleen Conway, Brigitta Malikin, George Albrecht, and Bob Wright. The contact over the last month was intensive, clear, cooperative, and helpful. The challenge was to coordinate the activities of two groups for about 60 people who merged in Rockville to celebrate the 60th anniversary event together. Even the transportation for the shifted departures could be settled. On the Pinneberg side, I want to thank Margaret Ziegler, who coordinated the trip of the Pinneberg delegation, and Herbert Hoffman, who did the same for the Indian Summer Group. At this moment, in this situation, everything seems to be fine. With celebrating the 60th anniversary in Rockville, we are closing the ring of events of the 60th anniversary. We have reached a peak, gain attention, agreement, and approval. But what will the future bring? Nobody knows. But allow me to outline some thoughts. More and more people feel that voluntary engagement is needed more than ever. Why shouldn't we find a way to open our doors to them? This affects students, adults, and seniors. What can be more attractive than engaging oneself for the RSCC and the Deutsche Mechanische Gesellschaft Rockville-Pinneberg to support a better understanding in the world? Why not? Both sister cities start from a strong position. We are a special brick in the wall of our city and contribute to the cultural life. We can count on the tireless support from our members and friends, and we still grow. So what can we do? Reanimate the exchange program for students and grown-ups. Do we have an answer when teachers keep asking for the next exchange? To be honest, no. But stop. 10 minutes ago, believe it or not, I got the message from Sue Sorg, a former teacher from the Wootton High, that there is a teacher who wanted to start the exchange program again. Wow. And we're very glad about that. Therefore, let's widen the frame and also approach audiences in culture, sports, music, and other cooperations, if necessary, aside schools. Try new ideas. We can build bridges to win adults who have to combine family and work by getting more flexible in everything. Young ones may hesitate to join because they don't know where they will live in the future. Do we have an answer? Whatever we will start with, it has to be teamwork. We are looking forward to build the future with our friends from Rockville. Let's start now. Let me close with a message from Roadroute Boxstall. Nothing can be more important today than peace and friendship, love and tolerance in our communities, in our nations, in our world. Thank you.
Experience. As the president of the Rockville Sister City Corporation, I find myself continually overwhelmed by the positive energy generated by the strength and endurance of the 60-year relationship between our two cities, Pinneberg and Rockville, and the intimate bonds of friendship that have formed between our citizens. We, all of us, are truly family. As members of one big transatlantic family, family members need to be recognized and thanked for their efforts in making Rockville's Week in Pinneberg and now Pinneberg's Week in Rockville such a success. First, a grateful acknowledgement to the City of Pinneberg, Pinneberg officials and staff, the DAGRP, and especially all of our host families in Pinneberg. Your hospitality was unprecedented during our June visit. And now in Rockville, thanks to our visiting family members, the Pinneberg delegation, led by Margaret Ziegler, and the members of the Indian Summer Tour, including Burgermeisterin Jutta Steinberg, Pinneberg elected officials, and members of the DAGRP, especially Bernd Hendricks, Herbert Hoffman, and Felicitas Lawrence. Also deserving of enormous appreciation for their efforts and dedication to the Sister City program and our special relationship are Rockville's elected leaders, Mayor Bridget Donnell-Newton, Council members Beryl Feinberg, Virginia Arnley, Julie Polakovich-Carr, Mark Bershela, Rockville City Manager Rob DeSpirito, City Clerk and Director of Council Operations Kathleen Conway, Director of Parks and Recreation Kim Chestnut, Special Events Manager Colleen McQuitty, and boy has she worked hard on this. The Channel 11 crew, especially television production specialist Hagat Balechian, the Public Information Office team, including Lori Russler and Cliff Cumber, who did a great job on the booklet, City horticulturalist Rob Orndorff, as well as the entire staff of the Glenview Mansion and F. Scott Fitzgerald Theater. And with special kudos and thanks to Rockville host families, the Rockville Sister City Board and Board of Directors and RSCC General Membership for their hard work in making all of this a reality. I'm not an ardent believer in kismet or numerology, but it's hard to ignore all of the coincidences that have come up with this, our 60th anniversary celebration. For example, the last time our two cities met in Rockville to celebrate our 50th anniversary was October 5th, 2007. Now it's exactly 10 years and 1 day later, October 6, 2017. Many of you in this room were present that day in 2007 in what was then the new Rockville Memorial Library. And in remarkable coincidence, I was even present and I was in part of the organization. Don't ask me why, but I was there. Also, we didn't necessarily plan it this way, but today just happens to be German American Day, a U.S. holiday observed annually on October 6th, which recognizes and celebrates our German American heritage. Speaking of numerology, the occurrence of the number 60 has been nothing less than uncanny. It is our 60th Sister City anniversary. The combined total of the Pinneberg delegation and Indian Summer Tour is exactly 60. Not by design, the exact number of pages in the Rockville commemorative booklet is 60. Even the lovely artwork presented by Mayor Richard Steinberg to Mayor Bridget Newton as a gift just last night from the city of Pinneberg to the city of Rockville was numbered print number 60. However, relationships such as ours are no coincidence. Mutual respect and caring for each other has made the bond of our two cities, that our two cities share, strong for the past 60 years and will carry us into the future. Thank you so much. Welcome David Hill, Vice President of Peerless Rockville, and Nancy Picard, Executive Director of Peerless Rockville, for a special presentation. Thank you.
Good evening. Drew just introduced us, and we're here on behalf of Peerless Rockville this evening. Our purpose here this evening is to award historic recognition certificates for the 60th anniversary of the Rockville-Pinnenberg Sister City program. As a City of Rockville's historic preservation partner organization with a mission to preserve buildings, objects, and important information to the City of Rockville, Peerless Rockville presents annual awards that recognize projects that contribute to the built environment and character of our city through preservation, renovation, new construction, sustainable design, and more. The Sister City program falls under the More category, as Peerless recognizes the remarkable continuation of the Sister City relationship between Rockville and Pinneberg as an important aspect of Rockville's history and a valuable yet intangible piece of Rockville's culture. Behind me, or next to me I guess, this is footage from 1957 of the inaugural visits of Rockville Mayor Hovsepian to Pinneberg to launch our Sister City relationship, and then later you'll see Burgmeister Giesman's reciprocal visit to Rockville, where he presided over the Memorial Day Parade that year, as well as completing the start of the Sister City Exchange. We thank the Schleswig Holstein Landsarchive and our friends at Deutsche Amerikanische Gesellschaft Rockville-Pinnenberg for the loan of this film footage to show you this evening. There is no audio, so we'll be talking over it. And this is the American premiere. This year at our awards, Peerless Rockville will honor the Sister City Corporation and the City of Rockville on the occasion of the 60th anniversary of the municipal sibling relationship that has fostered international understanding through education, culture, and humanitarian activities. By exchanging ideas and experience, this continuing relationship has encouraged diversity and established transatlantic connections, which have added and contributed to Rockville's unique heritage. While that award will be given on November 3rd in a separate ceremony, today we further recognize all the organizations that have created and nurtured that relationship between cities with certificates of achievement. For our German guests, wir freuen uns sehr, Ihr Partnerstadt zu sein. Danke für diese Freundschaft. Unsere besondere Beziehung zu Pinneberg ist ein bedeutendes kulturelles Privileg für unsere Stadt während dieser Zeit. Als Kenner der lokalen Geschichte Verleiht, Peerless Rockville, dem ROCKVILLE-PINNEBERG Partnerstadt Program, Dias Certificata. I think what I just said. We are honored to be your sister city. Thank you for 60 years of friendship. Our special relationship with Pinneberg is a significant cultural distinction for our city throughout that time. As guardians of local history, Peerless Rockville recognizes the ROCKVILLE-PINNEBERG Sister City program with these certificates. So we have 4 of those to bestow. First, for the city of Rockville, we would like to give Mayor Bridget Donald Newton a certificate. Recognize the city of Pinneberg with Bürgermeisterin Ute Steinberg. Then we'd like to recognize the Deutsche Amerikanischen Gesellschaft ROCKVILLE-PINNEBERG, represented by President Björn Patrick. Throughout the evening, we will have a table set up in the lobby here and also up at the mansion. We have the video to be shown again in small format if you'd like to look at it more carefully. We also have a number of historic documents, and I'd like to thank Regina Mulligan for providing most of those from Opera Sister City Corporation. One of the very interesting ones we have is the original picture book that was in the video given to our mayor, Hovsepian, of pictures from Pinneberg in 1957. And for our visitors, I think you might enjoy seeing what your city documented at that time. We also have more recent pictures from Rockville, and we have the official copies of the original documents that started the Sister Cityship program between the 2 cities. So you're welcome to come see those at your leisure, and we'll be on hand to show those. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dave and Nancy. That was truly remarkable, especially the footage, which is incredible. And now, if you could, we're almost ready here. If you could please welcome our special guest speaker for the evening, maestro and world-renowned cellist and president and founder of the Peace Through Arts Global Foundation, Kareem Lafsi.